Alright, real quick, do this for yourself right now. Go into Google or Bing or whatever you use and type in ilovebees.co and just watch what happens. Alright, so by this point you probably think you just got a virus on your computer or something. Fear not though, the site is actually designed to give off this impression. Back in 2004, people started receiving these mysterious packages with jars of honey in them. So inside these little honey jars, there were a bunch of letters that, when arranged correctly, would spell out "I love bees." Everyone was kind of perplexed. They had no idea why they were getting these jars of honey, and I would honestly be kind of freaked out if I got that in my mail. I would straight up move, go off the grid, change my number. Well, these poor souls were getting honey in the mail. Bungie was actually working on Halo 2. And when they released one of the trailers for the game, what's really cool is hidden in the bottom is a little hidden message. Check it out. At this point, the domain was brought to the public's attention. I Love Bees, which is supposed to resemble a beekeeper's personal website that has been hit by either a hack or a virus, is actually the main component of an alternate reality game set in the Halo universe. The site effectively bridged the gap between the Halo series and reality, and it actually takes part in the Halo lore. So yeah, 2004 America is part of Halo for some reason. And that reason's actually pretty cool, to be honest, because it had Halo fans and other people from around the internet actually going out into the real world to solve puzzles and complete quests.
It's early in the morning on August 24th. ilovebees.com is just updated with a list of over 200 sites. They gave GPS, longitude, and latitude, and now it's up to us to get to one of these sites to answer what is apparently going to be a payphone, give it a code word and a nickname, and all of a sudden that will unlock an axon. Once all these axons are activated online, it unlocks a hidden message. So far it's been WAV files with gibberish or background story, we think, for Halo 2.
Crew member, what is my nickname? What's your name?
This is Onitech Alec with the Berkeley crew. Lieutenant Watson, Lieutenant John the Man, Lieutenant Mr. Bojangle.
Soldier, what kind of special skills will you offer my crew?
I play guitar
Where is your guitar?
in the trunk of my car.
Put the phone down and go get your guitar.
I Love Bees was actually developed by 42 Entertainment, which is a company that specializes in alternate reality games, and they've been doing it for a long time. They still do it to this day. But because there's a story behind it, Bungie came up with a story to it. It's very expanded universe type stuff, which, you better believe that means it has to be convoluted. So I read through it, and I got a quick summary for you. So, in short, an AI in 2552 in the Halo universe named Melissa was on board a UNSC ship, which was messing around with a foreigner artifact, when suddenly the artifact exploded, causing the AI to blow into pieces, and fragments of it went back to 2004 and arrived on a beekeeper's website, which now that's where you see the whole bee connection come into play here. Basically, the fragments back in the past in 2004 had to fight a Covenant virus named the Seeker virus, which for some reason it dubbed it the Pious Flea. Now you'll see lots of mentions of the Pious Flea throughout the entire site, and in fact on I Love Bees you can find the AI's conversations with the flea or virus, trying to figure out what it is. So basically, to end the story, humans from the future work out the mystery along with the future fragments of Melissa. The different fragments of Melissa unite, and they manage to destroy the virus, and everything is lived happily ever after. So all this information comes from the different logs and axons and text throughout the site. There's also a lot of links that lead to external websites that have even more story to it, but I'm not going to get into it. It's kind of confusing, and it's a lot of moving parts. There's plenty of characters introduced as well. If you want more details and want to read up on the story yourself, there is a Halo Wiki article that goes in depth. So that's pretty much the story. At this point, the players involved in the alternate reality game actually got to watch it all play out through the audio recordings unlocked on the site and the payphone conversations they had with part of Melissa. The part of Melissa that received the phone calls from people and talked to the players was actually known as the operator, which is pretty clever, actually. All in all, this is a very interesting part of the internet. And I don't believe many people know about it, which is kind of sad because it's a very cool remnant of an interesting marketing tactic that also provided some expanded universe for Halo. Not to mention, after the players unlocked the last of the Axons, they were invited to actually play Halo 2 a few days before launch, and come on, that's pretty cool. Now the site remains as a record of the musings of a passionate beekeeper overlain by conversations had between the multiple fragments of a broken AI and an alien virus. And while people rarely visit the site, the countdown continues ticking away on the main screen, only to end in 2552, the exact year that the Covenant finally attack Earth.
But the main attraction for many were the so-called beekeepers themselves.
If this had just been a Halo 2 preview or even playing like they're doing right now, a lot of these people wouldn't come. It's the community first and last. That's the whole benefit of this kind of game, is that it pulls people together rather than separating them out.